How are you guys doing? Michael from Zombie Girl Gaming, Snowcat. I just wanted to put out a video, and what this video is going to be based on is installing two different things at the same time, okay, which work simultaneously together. And what that is it's going to be the DZMS, or rather Dayz Mission system, and we're also going to put Wicked AI in. The difference between the two is the Wicked AI is something you can also put AI at static spawn points, which means that you can stick them anywhere you want. You just have to have a set of coordinates. And I'm going to show you how to do that. But so this video might actually go pretty long. Now the installation of this is very easy. But the programming, at least on the Wicked AI, is a little more in depth, but not by much. And I'm not going to go through a whole thing about how to create drop boxes in certain spots and this, that, and the other. There's plenty of things on the Epoch mod forums and this, that, and the other, but hopefully you'll get an idea at least how to install it. The DZMS mission system, what that's going to do is it's going to create missions for your users to go to. There will be AI there. They'll have to kill them and get to the box or whatever they're protecting, and they can get the loot out of them, and that can range from pretty much anything you want. I think they come static with various construction supplies, guns, ammo, things like that. And of course you can modify that, but again, that's something else for you guys to figure out. We will not have enough time for that. So we're going to go with the Dayz mission system first, and as you can see, per my other videos, we're working on the same server. And we're going to basically do the same thing like we always done. We're still working on these guys' servers. And the thing about the server is that we already have this installed. Okay, so I'm going to go through this, and this is my build layer, so I'm going to go through this and show you exactly what I did. Okay, follow me step by step, and it shouldn't be a problem. So first thing we need to do is get yourself familiar with the FTP client, which I have stated before in previous videos. If you can get an FTP program, this runs a lot easier. If not, because whenever I installed this, I had to copy each separate individual file, and it was a pain in the ass. But let's get the FTP client, and then we won't have any problem. First thing is I use what they call a WinSCP, which is this up here. You can Google that, and what it does is allows you to get into the file system to be able to modify files, okay, on a much faster level and everything. So the first thing we're going to do is whenever you open this up, if this is your first time opening up, you're just going to see this. Okay, this is going to be your drive. This is actually my desktop right here. This could be your drive, and this is going to be the server over here. So whenever you first open it up, you're going to see this long number here, and that's just basically your server. You double click that, and it's going to bring you to a directory of files. The first thing we want to do is whenever you're dealing with the mission systems or anything else, the first thing we need to do is go into Villa Layer Code Custom. And what that does, that brings you into the files that you're going to need to be able to alter your server. Now, the missions files specifically use server only. And what that means is the mission files, both the DZMS and the Wicked AI, run off the server. They do not run off of your mission PBO or your mission files. So when you first open the Villa Layer Code Custom, these are all going to be your server files. Okay, none of these we need, nothing except what you're running. So if you're running at Dayz Origins, you want to use this. If you're going to do it at Dayz Lingor, you're going to do this. We are setting up a Dayz Epoch server. Okay, so there's your Dayz Epoch right there. And we double click on that. Now, if you have straight vanilla server, you'll just see Dayz Chinaris. Okay, but we're running Epoch, and as you can see, the DZMS and the WAI are already installed. And I'm going to show you how to do this. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to delete that, and I am going to, it's a large file. Okay, I'm going to show you what you're going to see. So I can delete these and just reinstall them. It's no problem. And the DZMS as well, I'm going to delete that. Okay, so we're going to start from scratch for the most part. And I'm going to provide a link down below in the description to both of these places. And I'm going to show you up here both these places where you can get the DZMS as well as the WAI. So what we would do is we would pull up, this will be our server, of course, and please make sure you stop it before you do anything. And then we're going to go to, it doesn't matter which one you install, but let's install the DZMS, okay? And like I said, the description will be in there, DZMS file. And you're going to be carried to this link, which is the release by OpenDayZ of the Dayz Mission system. Everything that you need in here is here, okay, for the most part. You can do whatever you want with it. Read through it, everything like that, and if you go to the download instructions, this is going to tell you how to install this. I'm going to go through this with you, and we're going to get through this pretty quick. It is so easy, it's ridiculous. Okay. The first thing that we're going to need to do is we're going to need to grab the file. Okay, and once you click this link right here, your browser will automatically download this file, and we're going to click on it, and we're going to get the Dayz Mission system right there, the master copy or whatever. Now, I may already have it up here, but we'll see. Did I get rid of it? I don't remember. I don't see it, so, okay. So we got the Dayz Mission system here. All right. And immediately extract it to your desktop somewhere. This is where I always put mine on my desktop. It's easy to find. And then we're going to need to open our server PBO. Well, since we're with VLLayer and since we are using FTP, we don't have to download our server PBO. So what we're going to do is, it says open your server PBO with the PBO unpacker of your choice. We don't need to bother doing that. Since we're with VLLayer, we get direct access to it. And we're going to put the DZMS folder into your server PBO. All right. So literally, since you find your desktop over here, I'm going to look for the DZMS Mission System Master, which is what we just downloaded, and I am literally just going to take this DZMS file here and drag it over into our server file system here. Take a minute. It's a good size file. And once that is done, the only thing that we have to do is alter one line, okay, for it to be able to call to this, and that's it. It's in. All right. So this is our first DZMS. Now this line that I'm going to show you has already been, of course, it's already been put in because we had this in before. But according to this right here, we're going to go to the server monitor squiff in your system folder. Okay, it's only in one spot, so this won't be too hard for us. Okay, if you go to, I believe it's system and server monitor right here, double click that, it's going to bring up your server monitor. Now we have to add this line, okay, like it says in the description, above, let me show you this here, above allow connection true. Now what it's going to be is going to be after this semicolon here, because that ends this part of the script. It's going to be after this and before allow connection true. So when you go back to the website, you're going to see this line, allow connection true, okay, and we want to put it above it. So we're going to basically just copy this line. You can right click, copy, and then go back to here, and of course I've already installed it, which is right here. And again, all we're going to do is just, just paste it. That's it. Okay, and that's it. Believe it or not, you are done. There is nothing else for you to do. So make sure that save the file up at the upper left there, close out of it, and as you can see with this, we're done. Now there's settings, optional changes settings, and you know, adjust the files in the exec config folder. You can do that kind of stuff. I would suggest you go back to Dayz Epoch. I'm sorry, that you go back to epochmod.com in the forums, and they have a specific forum for DZMS. And you'll see problems people might have had and solutions and things like that. So we're done with that. Now, what we're going to do, and since we still have this open, let's go back, click this upper arrow up here. Let's go back to the main system file, okay, the main server file here. If you followed my last videos, you'll see there's buildings in there and all that kind of stuff. So this is our server file. So the only thing we're going to do, and I'll provide a link to this too, since we're done with this, and as soon as you turn on the server, it's operational, we're going to go to the Wicked AI mission system. Now the Wicked AI mission system, like I said before, is a system where you can put static AI anywhere, make custom vehicle patrols, and believe it or not, it is so easy. And I'm going to go into a little bit more of that here for you. Again, the setup is very easy. What we would do is, if you come down here to setup, you could read all this if you like, and download this. It'll say download here. Click here. It'll automatically download the WAI folder for you, and we'll click that. And I like to just sort of minimize all these. I like to put these on my desktop, so I'll just put it right next to it there. Close that out, and then we're here. The only thing we want to do is we want to put the WAI, or the WAI, I call it WAI, the Wicked AI folder into this. So as we back out on our left hand side column here, we're going to look for that WAI folder, which is right down here. Okay, double click that. I'm sorry, excuse me. We're going to take that entire WAI folder, the Wicked AI. I'm going to start a trend with calling it WAI now. I'm going to piss the creator and everybody. Sorry, Vampire, about that. We're going to take that whole thing and run it over here. And you'll see, as you just slide it over, it copies everything. Now, originally when we did this server, I had to copy each individual file over, and it takes forever to do. You know, a lot of copy and pasting and making folders and this, that, and the other. So if you have the FTP, it works much faster, much easier. Now, once it is done, it's exactly the same process, and I'll show you here. It's exactly the same process as the DZMS is. You're going to copy this folder. I mean, this line right here. Okay, and then once this is done, I think we're done. Yeah, we're done. We're going to go back into System. Server monitor, double click that, and then scroll all the way down to the bottom again, and as you can see, I have already added it right here. Okay, so all you have to do is just add it again after this semicolon and before allow connection true. So it doesn't matter which one you have on top of each other. So literally, if you've done DZMS first, just put the WAI on top, just put that particular line that you got from here. You can either put it just anywhere between those two things, and that's it. You're done with that. And then what you would do is come up here and save it. Okay. Now, the one thing that I am going to do is I'm going to show you if you want to add static AI. Now, the thing about it is that if you want to do this, let's get into this file. If you want to do this, they give you an outstanding example. I think this is it. No, this is not it. I'm sorry. Let me find the file for you. Custom spawns right there. Okay. Now, they give you an example of what you can do. These are examples. Okay. And what you can do with this is, if you want a custom spawn, the first thing it's going to ask you to do is, and I'll explain this to you right here. We can create, see, it says here, place your custom static spawns below, okay, which is what is in here. Now, the reason that you see these lines here is because they are / and start out. They're not going to call for anything. Anything you're going to call for is going to be placed in this area. So you would just simply copy this entire line. Okay, you could just copy it, and you could put that static spawn right there. It'll move everything down. Now, here's the thing. The only thing that you have to do with this, all right, and this is going to be the number of bandits, and it has an explanation for everything here. This is going to be the turret, okay, skill level 0 to 1, skin, if you want to run a different skin, you can, primary gun set, everything like this. But we just want a bandit there. The only thing that I've really ever used with that is this is a turret, okay, and this is what this is. The first section up here that we copied, that's a turret. All right, so what that is an AI sitting behind a big gun, just one, shooting like crazy. Okay, so you could put that on top of a castle, you could put it anywhere. Now, I will tell you this, the best thing you can possibly do is get I would say Infostar AI, Infostar anti-hack. And as you go into Infostar, you'll see an admin monitor. And what that'll do is that'll give you these coordinates, okay? So basically, if you want a static AI somewhere, you stand there and you would copy these coordinates down to be on the lower part of that. And you just replace these coordinates with these. So it's very easy. And it could be multiple, it could be whatever. So we'll just delete that because I don't think he wants that. And then the chopper position is the same way. This is a position to patrol. If you want custom place your heli patrols here, this is just an example you can use. But again, you can copy and paste this entire thing down between these slash marks, if you will. And what it's telling you, after you place it down here, is the position for the chopper to spawn at. You'd have to put that in, or position to patrol, rather, I'm sorry. Position to spawn chopper at. Now, the position to patrol can be anything. It could be the same as the position to spawn a chopper. And then it'll give you the radius of patrol here. So if it's 500 meters, 1,000, 2,000, whatever, and it will go by a number of waypoints. So again, go into, if you have Infostar, go into Infostar, teleport yourself to a position where you can read those world space numbers at the bottom off the admin debug. And that'll give you everything that you need to put in here. Okay, so you can have static spawns all over the place. It doesn't matter. And then you have here, which is vehicle patrol. Again, you need to get your world space. There's another way to get the world space, but it's time consuming. I'll tell you, if you go into your database, if you log out from your character, go into your database, find your character, wherever you logged out at, that is what these coordinates are going to be. I find it better to use Infostar because it's right there and you could just do multiple positions in no time, just teleport around. But these are world space coordinates. You'll have to enter them in here. Again, you can copy this entire section right here, put it down in this area, and you just have to put your coordinates: position to patrol, position to spawn at, the radius of the patrol, how much this HMMWV armored vehicle with I think there's 2 AIs in it are going to patrol the whole area and shoot anything that moves. You could do that. And then it comes down here to paradropped. And what this means, and I love these actually, you could put this over a position or a castle or something that people are trying to get to if you want to offer a bounty or whatever to get in there, or you just have great loot in there, whatever. I like to copy these completely, and the reason is you can start with the position that the units will be dropped by. Now, this is not where the chopper is going to spawn, okay? What it is where you want the chopper to start dropping reinforcements. Okay, in other words, they'll start dropping right here AI at this position. You can start position of the heli, which means you can go off somewhere 1,000 meters or whatever. It doesn't matter, and spawn it right there, or you could spawn it at these coordinates, whatever you've decided to put in here. Now, the radius from position a player has to be to spawn a chopper. The larger you go with this, the closer that they get to that one point that you want them to drop, they'll start dropping right away. So if you take this way down really small, then they would have to be within a certain amount of meters to start dropping AI. Of course, you could change this. This is your helicopter. You can change this right here, which is the number of units to be dropped. You could put 10 out there, 12 out there, whatever you want. Skill level again, primary gun set. None of these I've really ever messed with unless you want to change a skin. I did that one time. And you would put all of that under this line. Okay, so that's it. That's all I have for you. It's that simple to install. With a little practice, messing around, you can really, you can really set up some nice custom AI, some nice missions, this, that, and the other. And again, go to epochmod.com, look under the DZMS in the forums and the WAI, the way, in the forums, and there's tons of tips in there and tons of things that you can really learn a lot from. So that's all for today. This is Michael with ZombieGirlGaming.com, Snowcat, and we will see you next time. And thanks for watching us. And remember, I'm going to put all this, as far as those 2 links, down in the description. And if you have any questions, please give us a like as well. Put them down in the description. I'll answer anybody that I can. And make sure you subscribe, because we're just going to keep doing this until we just, run out of scripts, I guess, to put in. So, all right, you guys have a nice day, and thank you so much.